President Biden will deliver his first State of the Union address on Tuesday evening. And if history is any guide, tens of millions of Americans will tune in to watch the important address. This is even more so given the recent invasion of Ukraine by Russia. And so Biden finds himself in a similar situation as President Jimmy Carter in 1980 during his State of the Union address. And this will heavily influence the content. It gives him a great opportunity to connect with everyday Americans, something he hasn't done as much as he should have during the first year or so of his presidency. He's done less press conferences and media availabilities than many of his predecessors. The stakes are very high on Tuesday night because President Biden is experiencing low job approval ratings, and upcoming midterm elections are in November of this year, where the Democratic control of both the House and Senate are in serious jeopardy. All presidents use State of the Union addresses to talk about their laundry lists of accomplishments and future agenda items they'd like to see passed. So President Biden will talk about the COVID legislation that passed after he became president, and specifically the bipartisan infrastructure legislation that passed several months ago. There's still several pieces of legislation that he'd like to pass Congress before the midterm elections. On top of the list would be his Build Back Better initiative, in addition to his China competition legislation, which helps the United States semiconductor industry and allows us to be more competitive with our technological rivals. But more important than talking about his agenda items is to show empathy with those Americans that have been hurt by increasing inflation and prices at the gas pump and supermarket. Some Americans have benefited from an increased stock market and economic growth, but many have been left behind, and he needs to show that he recognizes that and his administration has the policies to lower inflation and solve some of the supply chain issues that have plagued the country. Those are becoming top issues, even surpassing COVID-19 at this time. And so he has to come up with an economic pivot to solve those issues that have plagued the country over the last several months.